All right. I'm excited, guys. I'm really, really excited right now because at 5 p.m., I'm going to have my first singing lesson. Yeah, I'm going to learn how to sing. But as you may know, I'm a music producer, I'm a songwriter, but I'm not a singer. So the topic of today is me, and me. Now, I'm going to talk about a little bit of my life, but with a message. So, can we still learn? Can we still learn something when we get older? Can we still learning later in life? Can we still learning? So I remember this because when I was young, like when I was 13, like my mom was like 45. Yeah, she had me a little bit late. So, yeah, after my three sisters, she decided to have a boy. And yeah, and that was me. I'm the only boy son in the family. I'm the only one. And then it came but later came my little sister, my little brother. So, but that is another story. So, today I was thinking, can we really learn something later in life, like at 40, at 30, at 20? So, I was thinking about this because my mom, when I was 13, maybe 16, she was 45 at a time, 45, maybe a little bit close to 50. So, she entered to this school, English school named Britannico, where you learn basically English, Britain English. So she was doing night classes and I was doing regular classes. Yeah, she was doing classes for adults only, because you can, yeah, it's weird to have, yeah, you understand. Oh my God, what happened? So I was thinking this, like, she was learning and she learned a lot. Like, she learned a lot. She was doing well, but she got to this point where she was no longer be able to learn because she was working. Like, she is a hard worker, she is the heart of this family. She's a provider. She is the mastermind. I'm really proud of my mom, and I really love her. She still supports me until this day, so I'm so grateful. So yeah, she was learning English, but as the time was passing by, she was not being able to conquer the levels, to pass the tests. So she decided to let it go. She decided to surrender. But I don't think this was a surrender because she was really trying. This was not a real surrender. I think this was just stress, time, family matters, work, So I understand that. But she was 45 at the time, and I was so impressed. And a little bit ashamed, because why people, like I was saying, like I was judging her like in my mind, why people that always going to school. But I was freaking wrong because I'm still learning, I don't know. I'm a music producer, but my best attribute, my best talent is in songwriting. I'm pretty good at songwriting in Spanish because I'm a Spanish songwriter. I'm from Latin America. I'm Hector. My name is Hector Regalado. Why? This is why my AKA is gifted. So yeah, I'm a songwriter in Spanish music. In reggaeton, in a little bit of rock and roll in Spanish and various genres, but my specialty is in reggaeton. I love reggaeton. So if you like reggaeton, you can hear me music as well. But yeah, so my mom, she surrendered, but I don't think that was a flaw or something like she couldn't do it. She just decided to not continue. So I was telling you that I admire my mom a lot. I admire her strength, her mentality, her everything. She is like a little kid. My mom is a dreamer. She knows that she can do everything. Like she always tell me, I want to have your age because mentally I'm young. She's telling me this, like, if I have your body and your youngfulness, I will be doing much more stuff. But right now she's like I think she's like 75. So, we are not immortal, so she's having some trouble with his health right now. So, but nothing serious. So I always admire her. I always look up to her. And yeah, I think my mom is my hero. I think my dad is my hero as well because she had another abilities, and I'm also admire him. But he's no longer with us. COVID took him. Yeah, like, I'm going to get off topic, but basically, um, we didn't know that he had cancer. So when he got COVID, um, I think the COVID accelerates that illness. So it took him fast, and I passed for every stage. Like every stage. It was hard for me. It was one of the hardest times of my life. Losing my dad, because I was thinking like I'm going to spend the rest of my life with my dad because my dad was young, like 10 years younger than my mom. So I was expecting this. I was seeing that in the future. But God always told me, like, she gave me some cues, but I didn't listen. I didn't listen to my God. So if you have a God feeling, like, make sure it's not, like, make sure to clear it. Because I was having this God, like, I was watching that my dad has a bald spot in his head. So I thought maybe he has something else, but I didn't do anything because I was a kid. But I had this gut feeling many times. Also, when he told me, like, I feel like when he told me I feel like my stomach hurts a lot, please take me to the hospital. I knew that was his. I knew that was his last weekend being good. You know. So yeah, this is a story that I'm going to tell you like a little bit further because I got a lot to tell you. But we are getting off topic a little bit. But life, like, I like to talk about life experiences. I want to learn more things. Like, my mind is a mess. Like, I have multiple projects, but I'm learning to just choose a few because I like skateboarding, I like songwriting, I like producing music, I like music, I like to make a podcast, I like to learn how to snowboard. I like, but I need to choose what do I enjoy the most. I have multiple businesses ideas in my head, but I cannot do everything. If I start doing everything, I'm not going to get anything complete, anything done. So yeah, this is the message of today. Like, don't, like, try everything for you and try to find you, but then choose something. Choose a few things. Like me, I'm choosing, like, podcasting, and I'm choosing just podcasting and music. I'm going to start learning to sing because I think this is important, because visually it gets better. Like, visually, if you do a TikTok singing, you will more attract people that likes music. So my plan is this, like, introduce the music later, but not now, because I know I'm good, but I want to prepare myself behind the scenes first. So yeah, I choose this. Like when I started doing this channel, I started doing everything. I started singing in front of the camera. I started making skate blogs and making blogs, making trends, dance trends. But I read that this is like, like I was like, I know, like shooting, like I know that giving people different type of content is not like the best idea. It's not the best formula. You have to find your niche. You have to and hit that niche, like hit that target. So I'm trying that. I'm just doing podcasts. I'm just talking about my life, a little bit of growth, like life in my 20s, like personal life, personal and blogs. I'm trying to do that because I think that's my niche. That's my niche. I really, really like to talk in front of the camera. I enjoy that. I enjoy talking about my life experiences. So basically that. O sea, I really love to do this. So I tried everything, but the most I love to do is this. So yeah, I was talking about my mom. Yeah, my mom, she's a hard worker. She really likes to do stuff. She really likes to stay active. She's not like a gym girl or fitness woman. She doesn't like to do sports or maybe gymnastics, but she's very active on work. Like I think she's a workaholic. I think my mom is a workaholic because she's always thinking about that and she encourages to help her a lot. Like she's the leader of the house. Yeah, she is the leader. So I always help. I always help her with everything. Like I'm always available for her because it's my mom, and she's helping me as well. And we do these things. I owe her a lot. I owe her my mom a lot. Like she has this patience for me. She listens to me. She does everything, but I need to get back a little bit. I need to start delivering more. So I'm being completely raw and honest with you guys. I'm not lying. Like I'm not telling you I'm a guru. I have money. I can make you money. Please, I need some views. No, I'm just being raw, honest, and yeah, maybe I'm struggling right now a little bit, but I'm trying to find new ways to make money. I'm trying to find my passion and make some money out of it. I'm trying to live off YouTube. This is my main goal, but this is not my first time making it big in YouTube, in the YouTube industry, because I'm going to tell you a little bit of this story. In 2019, I met this guy. I'm not going to say his name, but he was a guy who was really into making videos. He was so driven, he was so talented, and we met him. He also was like economically, like economic wise, he doesn't have any financial freedom. He was poor. So I help him a lot because I see what others didn't see. I see a lot of talent. I see a lot of decision, as a lot of determine, you know, determine determination. I saw a lot of determination on him, and he was more sure about doing YouTube than me. So I was just helping him with my camera, with my house. I always lend my backyard for him to record on it. He used to make these monologues, in Spanish, everything in Spanish. But I was lost. But we got, like, the thing is, we got famous a lot. We start touring, like, all Peru, because we start touring all the country. Like, I'm from Peru. We start touring for every state in my country. So we got famous, but I didn't know at the time like what to do with my fame, with my, yeah, I was really famous. Like, I kind of a big deal in Peru, but I I think it wasn't making it, like, I think it wasn't making it for me. But later I did, like, when we became famous, he started like doing shows. We started traveling a lot, and he starts to think about getting some brand deals. So he started working on that, and now he's a big influencer in Peru. Many people respect him a lot, and he's doing so well. He's my friend, but we are not like that close again. Like, I love him, but he's in his own path. We are not in the same frequency right now, so we cannot stay together. Like, we cannot be recording every day. So now, content creation is his life, his work. So he's doing that. He has his own team, he has his own shit going on. So, but me, um, I'm starting to doing my shit and my stuff too. Also, he's 2 years younger than me, so he was a little bit more sure about his life, you know. But not me. I really want to know everything. So yeah. So I'm going to. So yeah. So continuing with the story. Uh, like 2 year passes, and he was doing well. Like, he was on a team on YouTube, on a YouTube squad, on like a kind of a blog squad. He was in a YouTube team. He was doing videos. He was traveling, but I was not. So I started this in 2020. In 2020, I started before. Like, in 2020, I started this podcast with him. The name of the podcast, it was BNH Podcast, because my name is Hector and his name is Benjamin. So we started this. We starting to have guests and people like that. So we grew basically in 1 year. We grew up to 100K followers, 100K subscribers, and I was doing good. I was doing my own thing. I was making money. I was I was having my dream come true. Finally my dream came true. But I wasn't feeling it, because I always have to have something. I always have something to say. So we finished the first year, the first season, great. Like, we also went to interview people and famous comedians and famous YouTubers from Mexico. We had that vision. We were the number one podcast at the time. We were doing this. Like, this was before streaming and shit like that. We were doing this shit, and I had a project about doing a late night with my podcast. Doing it more visually attractive for the people. It was this big ambition, but I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. So after we came back from Mexico, um, and actually Mexico, like it went well, but not perfect. It went all right. It went like, okay. We lose a lot of money, but we made it. We made it to Mexico, and it was amazing. So yeah. So yeah, I wear like it is recording, right? Yes. Okay. So coming back from Mexico, I took vacations, like, to prepare the second season of this podcast. Like, I wanted to make an, how do you say, escenario? I wanted to make um I wanted to make a I wanted to make I wanted to build I wanted to build a room just to shoot. I wanted to build a studio big enough to do our new late night podcast. I wanted to build a studio. So I was doing that. I had 3 months to do that with a lot of money and with a lot of, you know, people, helping me. But at the last time, like at last minute, I said, no, I cannot do this anymore because I want to pursue music. And yeah, I did that. And time passes, and I have the brilliant idea to come to Spain. And I don't regret coming here because I really like living here. but life takes you back. And now I come to the conclusion that, okay, I really like to do podcasts, but I'm going to do podcast and music. And this is like a blog, like a monologue for you guys, but for me it's like a podcast. I'm talking, but I want to make it daily, because daily podcasts, I think, they're not a thing right now, but it might be. Because when I did my first one, podcast wasn't a thing, but maybe I'm doing this for the first time. Like, this is the first podcast. This is the first daily podcast in the world, maybe, because this is not a radio show. This is a podcast, an actual podcast. So you can find us in Spotify as well, and in Apple Music. So yeah. Where did I live? So yeah. Now, with all of this trying stuff, with all of this idea of trying everything and find myself, I came to the conclusion that I want to stay close to my family, but I want to have revenue from being a content creator internationally, not in Spanish, not in Hungary, not in Chinese, not in English. So I come to this decision because I really like the content. I really like the content industry in LA, in London. I really like that, and I'm also a fan of every influencer in the world. Maybe I'm a sucker for this. I really love creating content. And yeah. So I come to the conclusion that maybe I would finish my studies here and maybe go back to Peru to do content in English, but I need to grow a community before going there, because I really want to stay like I really want to stay consistently I really want to stay consist I really want to travel consistently. I want to have a lot of travels, making daily podcasts, like from every part of the world, making a little bit of blogs maybe, and making music overall. So yeah, I think this is the episode for today. Maybe the message is, find yourself, and it's never too late to learn new things. It's never too late to do or to make decisions. It's never too late to find yourself and do your own shit. So I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid trying to pursue my dream. And I know that I'm not 21 or 22 anymore. I'm 28, but I'm still in my 20s. So fuck you. So fuck it. Fuck it. Like, I don't care. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try until I have 35. I'm gonna try so hard. So this is my project. This is why I made this podcast again. Because why, if I do my podcast solo? I like to talk. I'm a professional jabber. So yeah, this is the idea. So I hope you guys enjoy this little episode. Like, thinking about if you are thinking about learning something but you feel old, don't be, because you are the youngest you'll ever be. Kidding. And so, guys, learn. Don't waste your time. Learn is always like, start from zero again, start all over again. It doesn't matter. It only matters to you. So do it. There's people a lot of having like 50 years in the same work, that they are resigning because they really found themselves. Don't be afraid to start all over again, even like if you are young or old. Even if you're scared, don't be scared, because God will bless you, because you are doing what you really like. So this is For this is it for today's episode. I'm your host, Gifted, and maybe next time I will tell more stories about myself because I want you to know me a little bit better. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you get to this part, please send me a message. No, I'm kidding. Put a comment. Comment hi gifted. So yeah. Thank you so much. We are out. Bye bye.